So with Scream 7 about 3 months away now, I'm just going to go over all of the Ghostface killers and my thoughts on them and also kind of like a rank on them. So in last place, I like gotta have Greg. Like we didn't even see, like this photo, I didn't even see this in the movie, but this is our like only time seeing him because he's killed off screen. But we didn't even see him in a Ghostface costume, but we knew that he at least had one. He had a voice changer, so I'm gonna count him on here, or at least he's like an honorable mention or something. Yeah, he's at the bottom because didn't see him do anything. Okay, next up is Jason. We actually did get to see him kill someone, and then you think it's gonna be like that's gonna cut to the title, but then he takes off his mask and it's like what? We get to see, this guy pretending to be Ghostface, and then another Ghostface comes and kills him, and it was a pretty cool opening, I think. Next we have Ethan. I think the reveal that he's like Richie's brother is pretty cool, but it's kind of really boring. It's also like pretty obvious that he is like the killer. I think that might have been on purpose though, that it was supposed to be obvious that he would be, but still he didn't really do much either. So this one is probably like a hot take, but I'm putting Mickey here. I just didn't really like him. I don't know. To me, it was like super obvious that he was a killer, and then when it was revealed, I was like, I don't care. But the other killer, that's pretty cool. Just Mickey wasn't. So okay, now I have Quinn. I thought this one was pretty cool because I did kind of suspect her, but then they killed her, so you're like, whoa, can't be them. And then at the end, when they reveal fake the death, and I'm gonna put Roman here. I know he's probably like everyone's like least kind of like favorite one of like the original trilogy, and yeah, I get that because the whole you had a brother you didn't know about thing was kind of stupid, but like I don't know, I kind of liked it. Next up, I have Detective Bailey. He's like the kind of like main villain of six, I would say, and then the other two killers, Ethan and Quinn, his kids are like more secondary, and I thought he was really good. I did suspect him, and turned out he was the killer, so boom. But I thought he was pretty good. I like the connection to Richie, him being Richie's dad. And the motive I've heard people complain about, but I think it's fine, is a bit generic to be like, oh, you killed my family, now I'm gonna kill you. Like, yeah, kinda, but like it works. And I thought he was pretty good, and his death was really good, so put him where he is. But there's a better version of him, which is Mrs. Loomis. That was an insane twist, because like this was just like a nothing, like just random character in the movie, so I didn't think anything of it. And when it's like, oh, they're the killer, and then it's like, wait a minute, they're Billy's mom. Like that was just insane, and it makes up for Mickey being not that good of a villain in my opinion. Next up, I got Charlie. I did see Charlie coming as the villain, but I still really liked his character. Kind of wish we got more of him and like that whole like kind of like cast of like the four, the new people that not really new people because they all pretty much die except Kirby. Next up, I got Richie. Really good villain. Not as good as the other villain from his movie, mainly because he didn't really do much like of the ghost facing. Like he did like I think like a scene in like just the entire movie before his reveal, and then like once his reveal he does some does the whole villain monologue and other stuff, but he was still like just as Richie he was really good. And I like how in the sixth movie his family being the villains, but I still think Amber is probably like the better villain of the fifth movie, because she did like most of the stuff, and I think that her like, kind of they both have like a crazy vibe, but she has more of the crazy person, and I think she was really good. She did kill Dewey though, so that's why she's not at the top. Next up is Stu Macher. Great villain. I kind of wish he did come back in 3 like the original plan was, but he didn't. But we are getting him in 7. I don't think it's going to be him though. I think again, just like how with Roman, it'll be a flashback, or what I'm going to guess is probably the voice thing, like in the third movie where it had other people's voices. It's probably going to be now just with Stu's. So that's what I'm going to probably like, if I had to bet on something. But it would be cool if he was just still alive, because I don't think he could survive that. But if he did, he originally planned to, so maybe. And he was a really good villain in the first movie. Not as good as the other one coming up, but of course I have to have Billy here. He is the original killer. He's like the main, like if you think of the killers, you probably think of Billy and Stu. And of the two, I'd say he is the better one. And I do like how the film like goes about, because he's like the most obvious pick, and like the way he actually is the person who is, but the way they play with that was really good. And I do like in 5 and 6 him coming back with in like a Sam's, I don't know how to describe it, I guess just like seeing the ghost of her dad, and the whole him being Sam's dad was a really good cool plot point in 5 and 6. I really liked that. Yeah, I'd honestly say 5 and 6 made him even better. Like I think without those movies I would put him like below Stu, but like because of those movies I think his like whole character is even better now, so he is where he is. But my number 1 is Jill. Now I did actually see Jill coming. I know, like This is like, I'm sure like one that when they were writing, they were like, no one's gonna get this one. I'm sure a lot of people did. I thought it like when I was watching. I'm like, I feel like Jill could be, but it was insane having Sydney's cousin, because you like think that they're setting her up to be like, next main character, and they kind of were, honestly, like with the, if you know the original plan for Scream, the original Scream 5. So I think her character is just really cool. The way you think she's gonna be the next Sydney ends up being a killer, and like how crazy she is too. Like the scene where she's just like, just pulling out like her hair and like jumping on like the glass table to like give herself like the injuries. Like that was crazy. Anyways, those are my thoughts at the moment. They probably will change at points, and this is just me off the top of my head. Maybe as I'm like editing this, I'm like, oh crap, maybe I should put this guy here, this guy there, whatever. Can't wait for Scream 7.